Welcome to the GCP Study Hub course for the Professional Cloud Database Engineer certification. In this introductory lesson, we will look at what this course prepares you for and what you can expect from the exam. So, what does this course prepare you for? This course prepares you to pass the Google Cloud Certified Professional Cloud Database Engineer exam. This specific certification is designed to validate your expertise in designing, creating, managing, and troubleshooting GCP databases. GCP offers 3 different levels or categories of exams, and each individual certification corresponds to a different GCP role that an organization needs. When looking at the difficulty, the exams get harder as you move across the categories. You have the foundational level, the associate level, and finally the professional level, which is the hardest tier of exams that GCP offers. So, because this is a professional level exam, it requires a solid amount of preparation. However, it is still achievable even without prior hands-on cloud experience, provided you study with the right materials and understand the core architecture patterns. If you are wondering what exactly you will learn throughout this journey, we are going to cover a broad range of architectural choices, system behaviors, and operational strategies. For example, we will deeply explore how to evaluate data requirements to determine exactly which database fits a given business use case. You will learn the specific strengths of each database service available so you can make confident, cost-effective design choices. We will also dive into the underlying component architectures and resource structures of these systems. This includes understanding how different database environments are structured and how to right-size your instances so you can deploy exactly what is needed to handle massive workloads. Beyond day one setup, a portion of the exam focuses on operational resilience. We will look at what to do to prevent things from going wrong in production, including sizing resources properly to maintain steady performance. You will also learn how to configure your environment so that the platform can automatically solve problems the moment things go wrong. So let's take a look at a sample exam question to get a better idea of the kind of problem solving you'll be required to do. Here's the scenario. Your company expects a massive surge in database writes during a global flash sale. Your transactional workload runs on a Cloud SQL instance close to its resource limits. You must maintain low latency without migrating to another service. The question is, what should you do to handle the increased load? Before we dive into the options, notice that this question presents a realistic business and technical scenario. This is the kind of situation you might encounter in a real-world project where you have an existing database and need to support a sudden increase in demand efficiently, while still considering practical constraints like time, performance, and migration limits. Let's walk through the options. Option A is create multiple read replicas in different regions. This could improve read scaling and availability, but it does not solve the main problem here, which is the heavy write traffic. Read replicas do not help with write performance, so this would not be the best choice. Option B is scale the instance vertically by increasing vCPUs and RAM. This is efficient because it allows you to handle more write operations without needing to migrate to another service. Instead, you can directly increase the compute power where the database currently runs. Given the performance pressure and architectural constraints, this is likely the best approach. Option C is enable high availability with a regional failover replica. This improves availability and disaster recovery, but it doesn't increase the primary instance capacity for handling more writes. It helps with reliability, not with scaling the workload. And option D is configure an external replica using binary log replication. This adds unnecessary complexity because in this scenario, you need to scale your existing instance, and using an external replica adds an additional layer that isn't needed. So the correct answer here is option B, which is to scale the instance vertically by increasing vCPUs and RAM. This approach allows you to support the higher write load without changing services, which fits the requirements to maintain low latency and avoid migration. This type of question is typical for the exam. You need to evaluate multiple approaches and choose the one that best balances performance and the constraints provided. The key is to assess both the business context, in this case a sudden flash sale, and the technical requirements to arrive at the most practical solution. Hopefully that gives you a good idea of what the exam and this course will cover. Across all of our courses, we have more than a 99% pass rate. So we are confident that you will pass the exam if you follow along with this material. And that's it for the course introduction. Hope to see you in the next lesson.